Right, session is a wrap. Today we're gonna do things a little bit different. Gonna show my way of journaling. Basically, go over the market, the same thing, the same way as I go over value recap. Just just putting in more of a structure using my journaling method, which I want to showcase. So waste no time. All right, welcome to the journal hideout. Still the profile hideout, still doing profiles, but I just want to showcase how I journal, how I look at my performance in a day. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So first of all, obviously, for me, the profiles are very important to gauge what the market's doing at the moment, what I want to do in the market. So for example, journaling this on a daily basis gives me pattern recognition, gives me data of what the market's doing, where is the market opening, what is it trying to do. Over time, I will build up that much data, one in my head, like mental, like just memorize what the market is doing better. And I have data that shows me when the market opens here, where are we going to go to, or when I need to go look back from prior sessions, weeks, when I was doing good, what was going on, what was going really good. So I want to be able to go back in time. For example, if I start struggling and I'm like, damn, what's going on? Maybe I need to go look back. What was I doing good? Go back to a week, to a few days where I was having really good P&L, and then dive into the journal I made that day to see what was going on. Why was I performing that good, right? So there's lots of things, lots of reasons why one should journal. And I think everyone should journal, even if you're profitable. Everyone should journal. If you're profitable, you're journaling to be more profitable, in my opinion. But yeah, regardless, everyone does it how they want to do it. This is how I do it. So I go back to the market. I look at initially where the market opens. I mark this out on my chart. I draw a picture of my daily sessions and my weekly like this, and I put it in the PowerPoint to basically go over what happened. So, all right, so market opens up here. We're opening up outside of value. This is value from the prior day. So when we're opening up out of value, there's a high probability that price will reject that value. Obviously, this is a probability, but the probability is there that price is rejecting value. So knowing that, this is like part of my bias already. We're potentially selling off, or when I see a short setup, I might target some swing lows here for initial rejection of value. And then on the weekly, the same thing. Where are we opening up in the weekly profile, or the trade plan we made like last weekend? Where are we regarding last week's value? And in this case, we were like, what happened basically? So initially we pushed outside of prior weekly value, we pushed up, we hit some targets here, and we sell off. So already immediately we're breaching that prior swing high here, that high. That's like an alarm bell. We're trading back towards the POC from last week. We are back at the prior weekly value area high. Price really needs to show conviction to the upside for continuation. If there's weakness, this is a perfect point for a sell towards that prior weekly POC, and a potential complete value rotation of that weekly, which we not really got. Still might be in play. Let's see. But yeah, these profiles, very important to like go over it on a daily basis to get structure, how you're using that profile, or like how I need to use that profile. I need to go, I'm trying to do the same thing over and over again, like a repeatable system, using these profiles to my advantage. So I need to journal this if I want to use it every day in the same way. Otherwise, things are going to be too random, in my opinion. Regardless, so overall, first I start out with what's my daily bias, what are my higher time frame levels, which were in this case all these levels here, and then I go over the narrative, the what ifs, Then I look at my internal bias. This is my 15-minute chart. What is happening here? I'm marking out some swing levels where I want to do business. So for example, in this case, this is the overnight low. Market opens up here. I'm already looking at, so if we know that the value area low from prior session is here, market is potentially rejecting value from the other session. I see we just swung this point, so we grab liquidity. Do I really want a long here? Maybe if I see setups to the downside, immediately weakness, I might target this initial swing low, which I basically did upon open. So I went short and I anticipated price moving towards that swing low there. See what happens there. Hold on to the position. If you break and reject, then start trailing towards the next swing point. So upon open here, the internal bias, I just look at the initial pressure where the market is trading towards to, what the high probability is. Also very important. Also something I do on a daily basis, the same thing over and over again, create structure. Then here I go with my trades. So obviously there's a lot of trades to be taken as a scalper. I usually go over 1 or 2 examples of playbook trades, like my A+ setups, how I need to enter the market. So for example, if I take 10 trades and like 5 are like losses of them, I probably just journal visually like this, the winning trades. I'll probably go over the losing trades, but I will like dive deep into why I enter on my good trades to amplify towards myself what I'm doing good, right? So in this case, the short market opens up, the value area low is here. We sweep that level, we see pressure to the downside. The market opens up, here in 1 minute, pushes up towards that level, sells back off, and we created big trades like buyers stepping in, but they're unable to keep price up. Immediately I went short against this. My stop was above here, it was like 20 points for a target towards that swing point there. So I went short here, price moved towards that target. I was holding on to it for a break of that target. Price pushed back up, again absorption. I put my stop break even. Price eventually pushes down. And then here we had the prior weekly POC. It's not visible on my chart here, but this was the prior weekly POC. Lots of business being done. And this is where I got very impatient with my trade. I got a really bad stop out here. In this case, my stop should have been against here or still at break even. I was trailing myself out basically here. I was getting really impatient. It was bad on me because this level fails and still trading down. Like the higher probability for me is that it trades towards the next one. So yeah, that was bad on me, even though trade made money. To be avoided. And these are mistakes, human mistakes. Regardless, after that, I just started entering again because I had noticed that the trade towards this level was still very valid, and I like to be in the market when it's very clear to me, like where the market is pushing towards to. I need to take advantage of that and be in the market and take money out of the market. I rather put risk on in the market when it's very clear to me than when I'm trading out of boredom or it's not that sure and price is slow and I'm just putting on risk to make money. So I rather be very aggressive, even though re-entering here, it's continuation, but it's very aggressive. The probabilities of price reversing and going for a retrace are just bigger. So the probability of the place towards the downside become lower in a way, even though the market's really clear. Regardless, it wasn't that bad until, unless or only the stop out here really it's a bad stop out. Like I should have been still in the market with that position until here for sure. And that's probably to do with looking at a 1 minute, because there's too many decisions to be made on a 1 minute. Usually when I'm in a position and it's like In this case, it was already, what is it, like 80 points, 60 points in profit. I just look at my 15 minutes to guide me. Otherwise, this will just give me plenty of ways or reasons to exit my position, as you can see here, and then you start over trading. But yeah, it worked out today, so all good. So that was an example how I recap that trade. And then just more space for playbook trades, which I don't have. Like I was done in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. In this part, I usually record my screen and I put an example, like a video of how I traded that trade, that playbook trade, that one good trade. How did I do it? Like how was I managing it? As I explained just, but then with a video, just for a visual reference. In this case, I wasn't recording my screen, but I should be recording my screen and put it here. Then the execution part. This is where I look at executions regarding profiles. Are the executions I'm making logical towards the profile and the trade, the setup. So in this case, the setup in the bigger picture was that we are rejecting value from the other day. So the move, all the trades down makes sense to me. This becomes important when I start over trading, I start making mistakes, and I take make up trades, as in I'm chasing P&L, I want P&L back, or I want more P&L, and I'm just putting on trades in locations that basically not make any sense, right? So that's basically poor trading behavior in my opinion, and that's something I track on a daily basis because it happens. I'm human, make mistakes, I overtrade, I do all those things, but that's the reason why I create this template or this journal, to make myself aware and accountable to myself what I am doing in a day. So also very powerful, and especially when you share these things with people and you have to like say or like give this picture to someone, this is what I did today. Like that gives an incredible amount of accountability, and that improves your performance so much, so good. And then an intraday performance part is just showing the P&L here from all my trades. So I gave back a big chunk here, like $400 on that trade. I re-enter this trade also. This went to like $700, and I'm basically back to break even. This one basically the same, and then make a few small profits here, one small loss, and then almost $600 win. That's because I was like entering late and I wasn't trusting it. I was like protecting my trade that much quicker, but it came back a few times. So yeah, there's that. And that's why I should have not been trailed out. I still should have been in this move. From this trade, I just should have given way more room, and then this one trade would have been this one trade, or just one big trade for the day, which would have been better, but I'm not gonna complain. And then after that, I get the note part, things I need to like look out for. So I'll make little notes for me. And then tomorrow, before I get back to the trading day, this is the first thing I'm gonna be looking at. My notes from the other day. What are the things I need to put focus on? Is there any goal I need to achieve in this session? Maybe I just need to get a green day, or maybe I should be aware of like trade location, or just replay that playbook trade to see a visual of like what is it I'm trying to do in the market. Those things. In this case, this is right side of the V. This just means when there's a pullback, you want to be entering here, not here. You're probably going to get stopped out. The higher probability, the expected value of a trade when there's a retrace is better on the right side of the V. If I want to go along here, I don't want to go along here. I want to wait for the turn, for example. And then just get back into the daily recaps. I've been doing these for a long time on a daily basis, very disciplined. This year and towards the end of last year, I was focused on other things due to Deepcharts and getting to that platform and other things. But yeah, I should be doing these on a daily basis again. Even if there's just for me, it's very important to do so because I need to improve too. And that was my journal. That was my day. Maybe we can go quickly over, see what the market's doing here. So quickly here, so market opens up, sells off, swings that point, finds no buyers, continuation towards that overnight low. We initially sell off from the overnight low, so we bounce again towards here. So this is the overnight low here. We try to find buyers, and now we're just chopping around here. Are we accumulating? Are we distributing? Let's see. Let's see if we can find something out here. Yeah, I'm not getting any wiser here. To be seen. Overall, where's my profile? Here on the weekly quick. So we rejecting prior value area high. I mean, we're rejecting higher prices. We drop back into value, trade towards that POC, fail here, sell off, come back, and this weekly POC at this point in time is being used as resistance. So if we use this as resistance and we see more sell pressure, prior weekly value area low very much in play, and then I'll be looking for these swings to get broken and see if you can start trading below the value low, and then potentially see sell pressure to the other side. That's a probability. Perhaps we find buyers, go back up and rotate and just stay in this big ass range. To be seen. So yeah, that's that for me. My journal method. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.